See, teenagers, they are actually in their growth and developmental phase of heightened activity. Their basal metabolic rate is very high, and also their physical energy within their body system is also really, really huge. And in fact, they want to expend it in many, many ways. And that is one of the reasons why they are resistant to falling asleep. In fact, as they are growing, a child probably say around 7-8 years, if they fall asleep by say 9 o'clock in the night, they will stay asleep till probably morning 7 or 8. So which means it almost approximates to 10 to 11 hours. At a stretch they can sleep. But the teenagers, what happens is, those who are sleeping at 9 o'clock as children less than 10 years, there is a phase shift that is known as the delayed phase shift, where the onset of sleep is postponed by almost 2 hours. So one who is going to sleep by 9 will not feel sleepy till 11. And beyond that, unless they push themselves to sleep, most adolescents find it difficult to fall asleep. So what happens, that is the period when they find that their productivity level is high, their creativity level is high, and their capacity to keep in touch with people is also high. And now with the current kind of social networking that is going on among our teenagers, most of the conversations with friends are being carried out only after the bedtime of the family. So these adolescents, they keep awake even till 1 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night. In fact, some teenagers have come and told us, I don't know why my parents are sweating that I am on Facebook till 1 or 2 in the night. I am doing it only after completing my academic responsibilities. But they refuse to understand that a continuous sleep of 9.5 hours is the recommended duration for any adolescent to rejuvenate for the next day. And also, it is only during the slow wave sleep the growth hormone is secreted in pulses, and they have to give this kind of sleep for the required number of slow wave cycle to happen on a given night. Otherwise, their growth hormone secretion will come to a standstill, and also the sex hormones, that is the estrogen and the testosterone, which are secreted by the respective gonads, are also increased only by the hormones from the pituitary and the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone, and these also happen in pulses only during sleep. So puberty, pubertal changes, growth in length, as that is the height, as well as muscle mass increase, everything happens only during sleep. So if they are not giving the adequate kind of sleep, the brain rejuvenation in the form of restoration of the brain activity, as well as capacity to push whatever they have learned from short-term memory into long-term memory, will also be affected. That is why kids who have slept for very short duration before the, especially until study holidays or even during study holidays, they come and complain to us, I have read it on that particular day, I know very well that I am thorough. But the next day morning when I wake up, I don't have any memory to what I have learned. That is because we have to give adequate amount of sleep for the memory from short memory to long-term memory. The transfer of it happens only during sleep. So this also should be emphasized by parents to the children, because the children do not know all these kind of scientific backup to what is happening in our body. The social model is the family time for an average Indian begins only after sunset. So that is why there is more of interaction with the family, and the family tends to sleep late. And now with the kind of soap operas that are going on, this also prolongs the onset of sleep. And the third thing is the social networking, which the adolescents are able to give time only after fulfilling their academic demands, which are in the form of tuition classes, coaching classes for these adolescents, which are stealing away their interaction time, the unstructured interaction time away from these adolescents. So that is why they are pushing their interaction time to beyond 11 p.m. and they feel that let us sacrifice sleep to be completely befriend people, because I don't have friends, because I don't have time for friendly conversation either at school or at home, because the home environment is also only promoting academics. So this is the unhealthy trend that is going on. In fact, if the teenagers are encouraged to do a self-motivated self-study, then the number of hours stolen by the coaching centers as well as the other tuition centers would come down, which means the adolescents will be able to create a school, work, life, sleep, friendly network balance. So that is why it is essential the parents will have to be aware of the necessity of sleep and also bring it to the attention of the children, not only during adolescence. Then there is something known as the homeostatic drive for sleep, meaning like if I have been awake from say 3 o'clock today, 3 o'clock this morning, say for example I had to catch a flight, my sleep debt when I am reaching my bed at 10 o'clock in the night will be 4 hours if I am used to waking up at 7 a.m. every day. So this 4 hours of sleep will accumulate as a sleep debt, and I will be longing to sleep say from 11 p.m. But when I am falling asleep at 11 p.m. I will want to sleep 2 more hours later. Say instead of waking up at 7, I would want to wake up at 9 the next day morning. So that is the homeostatic drive. But most of the adolescents, what they are doing is, though they have a sleep debt, they are not compensating this requirement at all. So what they do, you can find most adolescents sleeping in the classroom in the afternoons because their latency to fall asleep comes down during the post-lunch period. So they will all be sound asleep, and especially if the teacher is having a monotonous voice, that is it. They would all fall asleep in the class, and in fact they would be awake for an active evening life. So this is necessary that the parents will have to establish that the routine has to be established even before the child completes the primary school, so that the adolescents they start feeling uncomfortable at being awake beyond a particular time, or they must feel that okay, I am not being productive because I have been sleeping more than necessary. So that sort of a routine should be established.